Hey there, curious explorers. Ready to dive into some seriously weird places around the world? Get ready for a wild ride as we check out 10 spots that'll make you raise an eyebrow or two. From a fiery pit that's been burning forever to islands full of deadly snakes, we're about to uncover some of the craziest places on our planet. It's not your usual travel list, but it sure is an adventure into the wacky and wonderful. So, let's get started on this journey to the downright strange. Excited? Let's go! The door to hell, Turkmenistan. In the Karakum Desert, there's a natural gas field called Darvaza crater, nicknamed the door to hell. It's a massive crater that has been burning continuously since 1971 when a Soviet drilling rig collapsed. Picture this, a massive hole in the ground, deep in Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert. Locals call it the door to hell. It all started in 1971 when some folks were digging for natural gas. The ground collapsed, creating a huge hole. To avoid harmful gases, they set it on fire, thinking it would burn out in a few weeks. Guess what? The fire never stopped. For more than 50 years, this hole has been burning, lighting up the desert like a giant, eternal campfire. People who visit see flames shooting up, making it look like a gateway to another world. So, if you ever find yourself in Turkmenistan, check out the door to hell. It's like nature's own light show in the middle of the desert. Fire cactus. The island of Dolls, Mexico, located in the canals of Xochimilco, the island of Dolls, Isla de las Muñecas, is adorned with old and decaying dolls. The story goes that the caretaker began hanging dolls to appease the spirit of a drowned girl, and it turned into a bizarre collection. Picture a mysterious island in Mexico, nestled in the canals of Xochimilco. Welcome to the island of Dolls, or as the locals call it, Isla de las Muñecas. Now, here's the strange part, it's covered in old, decaying dolls. The story goes like this: a caretaker started hanging up dolls to make peace with the spirit of a drowned girl he found in the canal. But it didn't stop there. It turned into something downright bizarre. Dolls of all shapes and sizes now dangle from trees, fences, and just about everywhere you look. Visiting this island feels like stepping into a weird doll wonderland. The dolls, with their missing limbs and eerie stares, create a unique and somewhat spooky atmosphere. Locals believe the dolls are possessed by spirits, adding an extra layer of mystery to this strange and unsettling place. If you're up for an adventure that's a little bit eerie and a whole lot weird, the island of Dolls in Mexico might just be the place for you. But fair warning, it's not your typical sunny beach destination. Ghost face mask. Aokigahara Forest, Japan, suicide forest, located at the base of Mount Fuji, Aokigahara is infamous for its high number of suicides. The dense forest has an eerie, quiet atmosphere, and it's considered one of the most haunted places in Japan. Let's talk about Aokigahara Forest in Japan, at the bottom of Mount Fuji. But heads up, it's not your usual forest story. This place has earned a pretty gloomy nickname, the Suicide Forest. Why? Well, it's known for something pretty sad. People have been coming here to end their lives. The forest is thick and quiet, creating an eerie vibe that some say feels haunting. It's considered one of Japan's most haunted spots. Now, don't get us wrong, nature itself is beautiful, with lush trees and a serene setting. But the heavy history makes Aokigahara a place where sadness lingers. Signs throughout the forest encourage people to think of their families and contact a suicide prevention hotline if they're feeling down. So, if you ever find yourself near Mount Fuji, admire it from a distance and maybe explore some happier spots. This forest, with its heavy past, is a reminder that even the most beautiful places can hold deep, somber stories. Evergreen tree heartbreak. Centralia, USA. Once a bustling mining town in Pennsylvania, Centralia is now a ghost town. An underground coal mine fire has been burning since 1962, leading to the town's evacuation. Today, smoke rises from the ground, and the town is mostly abandoned. Picture this, a town that used to bustle with life, but now it's like a ghost town. That's Centralia in Pennsylvania, USA. Once upon a time, it was a busy mining town, but now it's a place with a story as strange as it gets. Here's the twist, there's been a fire burning underground since 1962. Yeah, you read that right, since the 60s. It all started in a coal mine, and it just never stopped. This relentless fire forced everyone to leave Centralia, turning it into a real-life ghost town. Now, if you stroll through Centralia, you might see smoke rising from the ground. The town is eerily quiet, with most houses abandoned and streets looking like a place frozen in time. It's like a scene from a spooky movie, only it's real. So, Centralia isn't your typical American town. It's a place where an underground fire changed everything, leaving behind a haunting landscape. If you're into mysterious tales, this ghost town is one for the books. Ghost fire. Snake Island, Brazil. Ilha de Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island, is home to one of the world's deadliest snakes, the golden lancehead viper. Access to the island is restricted to protect both the snakes and humans. Let's talk about Snake Island in Brazil, officially known as Ilha de Queimada Grande. But locals just call it what it is, Snake Island. Why? Well, it's not a place for a casual stroll. Here's the deal, it's home to some of the deadliest snakes on the planet, especially the golden lancehead viper. These serpents are no joke, one bite, and it's trouble. Because of this snake squad, going to Snake Island is a big no-no for regular folks. The Brazilian government put strict restrictions on visiting. It's not just for our safety but also to protect these slithery residents. Imagine an island where danger lurks in every corner, and you get Snake Island. It's a wild spot where nature calls the shots, and humans tread lightly. If you're not a fan of our legless friends, this might not be the vacation spot for you. Snake no entry. The Catacombs of Paris, France. Beneath the streets of Paris lie the catacombs, a labyrinthine network of tunnels filled with the bones of around 6 million people. It was created to alleviate overflowing cemeteries in the 18th century. Now, let's talk about something straight out of a thriller movie, the Catacombs of Paris. Imagine a massive maze of tunnels lurking beneath the stylish streets of Paris, but with a spooky twist. Back in the 18th century, Paris was dealing with a cemetery problem: too many bodies, not enough space. So, what did they do? They decided to get creative and turned a bunch of old quarries into an underground resting place. Sounds normal, right? Well, here's the kicker. Around 6 million people's bones are neatly stacked and arranged down there. Skulls, femurs, you name it, it's like a macabre decoration party. Now, if you're up for a different kind of Parisian experience, you can take a tour of these catacombs. But beware, it's not your usual romantic stroll along the Seine River. It's a journey into the past, where bones tell a tale of a city that found a unique solution to its burial woes. Skull Candle. The Mutter Museum, USA. Located in Philadelphia, this museum is known for its collection of medical oddities, pathological specimens, and antique medical equipment. It's not for the faint of heart but offers a unique insight into the history of medicine. Alright, brace yourself for a museum like no other, the Mutter Museum in Philadelphia, USA. If you're expecting paintings and sculptures, think again. This place is all about the weird, the medical, and the downright fascinating. What's inside? Oh, just a collection of things that'll make you go, whoa, and maybe, eek. It's filled with medical oddities, like skeletons, preserved organs, and vintage medical tools. Imagine jars with strange body parts and skulls staring back at you. It's not your average museum, that's for sure. Now, it's important to mention, this museum is not for the faint of heart. If you're squeamish or easily spooked, you might want to sit this one out. But if you're curious about the history of medicine and don't mind a few shivers down your spine, the Mutter Museum is waiting to blow your mind with its jaw-dropping exhibits. Shot Eyes. Pripyat, Ukraine. Abandoned after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster in 1986, Pripyat stands frozen in time. The ghost town is a haunting reminder of the consequences of nuclear accidents. Let's talk about Pripyat in Ukraine, a place frozen in time since 1986. Now, it's not your usual abandoned town story. This one has a chilling twist. It's a ghost town because of a nuclear disaster. Picture this, people used to live, work, and play in Pripyat. But after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, everything changed. The whole town had to evacuate, leaving behind homes, schools, and amusement parks. Now, Pripyat stands like a ghost town, untouched for decades. You can see abandoned buildings, empty streets, and a haunting silence. It's a powerful reminder of the dangers of nuclear accidents and the impact they can have on communities. While it's not a place for casual visits due to safety concerns, Pripyat remains a symbol of resilience and a stark reminder of the consequences when things go wrong. A once lively town, now frozen in time, telling a story that should never be forgotten. City at Dusk Mantelpiece Clock. Spotted Lake, Canada. Found in British Columbia, Spotted Lake is a saline endorheic alkali lake with unique mineral formations. During the summer, the water evaporates, leaving behind colorful mineral spots that create a bizarre and beautiful landscape. Let's talk about something pretty cool in Canada, Spotted Lake in British Columbia. This isn't your regular lake, it's more like a piece of art created by nature. During the summer, when the sun is shining bright, the water in Spotted Lake evaporates, revealing something magical. It leaves behind colorful spots made of minerals. Think of it as nature's way of creating a beautiful, natural masterpiece. These spots aren't just random, they have different colors because of the minerals in the water. It's like a giant, real-life painting on the ground. Now, Spotted Lake isn't just a treat for the eyes, it's also a unique natural wonder. So, if you find yourself in British Columbia and want to see a lake that looks like it's been painted by nature itself, Spotted Lake is the place to be. Rainbow National Park. The Petrifying Well, England. In Knaresborough, England, there's a well known as Mother Shipton's Petrifying Well. The water flowing from it has high mineral content, causing objects to turn into stone over time. The well is surrounded by petrified items, including toys and teddy bears. Let's dive into the intriguing world of Mother Shipton's Petrifying Well in Knaresborough, England. It's not your everyday well, this one has a magical touch. So, here's the scoop: the water flowing from Mother Shipton's well is like a mineral wizard. It's so full of minerals that it can turn everyday objects into stone over time. Imagine toys, teddy bears, and all sorts of things slowly transforming into stone statues. People have been bringing objects and leaving them near the well for years. It's like a gallery of petrified items, each one with a story of its own. Visitors can see firsthand how the magic water works its wonders. Mother Shipton's Petrifying Well is a bit like a time-traveling spot where things stand still, and everyday items become stone treasures. If you ever find yourself in Knaresborough, don't forget to say hi to this quirky well and its mineral magic. Potable water sparkles. As we conclude our journey into the weird and wonderful corners of the world, we've traveled from fiery craters in Turkmenistan to petrifying wells in England, discovering the extraordinary beauty and peculiarities that nature has hidden away. These destinations, each with its own unique story, remind us that our planet is a canvas of diversity, where bizarre and breathtaking spectacles coexist. From the haunting reminders of Chernobyl's impact in Pripyat to the colorful spots of Canada's Spotted Lake, the world is filled with surprises waiting to be uncovered. Whether it's the ghostly silence of abandoned towns or the vibrant hues of mineral-rich waters, these places invite us to appreciate the marvels of our planet. So, as we bid farewell to the door to hell, the island of dolls, and all the other peculiar spots, remember that the world is a treasure trove of wonders, waiting for those willing to venture off the beaten path. May your future travels be filled with awe, curiosity, and a touch of the extraordinary. Until the next adventure, happy exploring. Globe World Map sparkles.